we're moving on to another one that's just going to make your mind blown. And Tom, would you mind taking away with this article? I mean, you wrote it. I wouldn't want to step on any toes.
Not at all. We all know it's a tough times for the light beer category. And not only are people not reaching for light beer, they're not reaching for premium light beer. And they're definitely not reaching for Heineken Light. So Heineken, which I thought was interesting, they decided that they would actually change the flavor profile, which I think is a good step in the right direction for them, by going with Cascade hops, which is Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and probably one of the most popular hops used in craft beer. And then they also did the whole, we're going to remarket it, we're going to give a new look to the can and the bottle, and it's always interesting to me that these companies actually think about when somebody's in a club or a bar, like what the image that they think people want to portray when they're holding the product, like it's like a fashion accessory, like it's a watch or something. It's I've never met anybody like that. I mean, I guess they're out there, but it's just like the whole with the Bud Light Platinum, the blue bottle, and the Bud Black Crown, the black bottle they had to do, and so it's an interesting. At least I gave them credit for not just changing the outside, trying to be more hip or appeal to, to the 21 to 34-year-olds who aren't drinking as much light beer, and actually trying to change the taste of it.
Right, and I completely agree on that point, is that I give them more credence that they're taking actual feedback about how it tastes and then sitting there going, okay, maybe we should adjust the recipe. But all the little gimmicks that all these companies do, including Heineken, that are just for the cool factor or the external appearance, bothers me. Because fundamentally, it's about what you're drinking, right? Like at the end of the day, did I like that or not?
My fear with the whole Cascade hops and Heineken is people that drink Heineken already are going to just stick to drinking Heineken because, hey, now it's craft beer. I don't have to worry about drinking anything else because this is good enough for me because now I'm one of the cool people, right? But I'm just nervous they're going to stick to that because and Tom, you've actually tasted it, so you can't really tell a difference with the two.
No, I tried a side-by-side taste test. It was blind, and I had had them put in front of me so I wouldn't know which was which, and I couldn't tell which was the new one and which was the old one.
Did they swap out for a Cascade hop, or did they just add it on top of the current profile? Do you know?
It's a good question.
I don't know. I mean, I know that they added the Cascade in. I don't know what they took out.
Okay, because you can add complexity by having different kinds of hops, or you can just change the profile by changing out the hop. And I was just curious which.
Right. Well, the other thing that I thought was interesting they were trying to do is, unlike the Bud Black Crown or the Bud Light Platinum, which went higher in alcohol. They kept the same. I think it's like 3.2 or 3.4. They kept it low alcohol, and it's like 99 calories. And they're positioning it as, instead of something you're going to drink at the end of the day, at the end of the night, it's something you can turn to start out your day or your night and not get wasted after 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So
but it's great to add like a new ingredient, but you have to add enough of it that people can tell the difference. I mean, what's the use of adding something if no one can tell except actually.
Although
that's what I'm saying.
Of it now, though, but if that's what they're trying to get, is that extra little now with Cascade hops. It's like Miller Forest.
And that's the other interesting part to it, though, is they're not actually going to advertise that they changed the flavor profile.
Oh, so no one's none the wiser because it's like the cereal company saying now with less gluten, but it didn't have any gluten in the first place or something. It's
interesting, though.
Yeah. So how are they?
Well, they're not just using that as a gimmick and having it not taste any different. Like there's something about that I actually
wait till they see this show. Wait till they see this very show. They're like, maybe we should advertise it.
I think Heineken has been better than like a lot of the big mass U.S. breweries when it came to that kind of thing. They basically talk about the beer. I mean, I don't like the beer, but they usually talk about the beer more than like all these different packaging changes. Except for the last couple of years, it's been nothing but green bottles forever, and they finally added cans a couple of years ago.
Sorry.
Perfect time, cans. But
shout out to Steel Rail Berkshire.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, I mean, they haven't changed the packaging. It's always been about the beer that kind of smells skunked every time you open a bottle, and they've been promoting that for years.
Well, they also I forget where the guys from IRI told me that it was the 17th selling light beer, so they got nowhere to go but up.
Very true.
How many light beers are there? 17?
Yeah, yeah.